Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's main event, in which we have, for a soccer showcase tonight, the Dunedin Falcons versus the CCC Marauders. Let's take it down to the field for the starters.
Number 12, Leonel Piacinto. Number 4, Brian Bautista. Number 16, Aiden Creighton. Number 6, Jack Schneider. Number 26, Gabriel Lara. Number 5, Nicola Nikic. Number 20, Noah Graham. Number 7, Clay Irby. And in goal, number 99, Philip Cunningham. And here's your CCC Marauders roster. Number 16, Ben Fisher. Number 10, Anthony Uhana. Number 8, Abraham Ponegast. Number 21, Kyler Karinga. Number 17, Eli Quick. Number 20, Carter Westrich. Number 3, Eduardo Cosenza. Number 24, Herman Bromis. Number 6, Alex Galligan. Number 22, Jack Belcher. Number 15, Ryan Eichstadt. 0, Dane Locke. Number 13, Stefan Kuzmanovic. Number 4, Alex Bermudez. Number 23, Mateo Rodriguez. Number 5, Nicholas Andropoulos. Number 9, Gabriel Zabella. Number 88, Ian McKay. Number 18, Alex Conway. Number 2, Chase McKay. Number 15, Adam Kirby. And number 22, Aiden Calendris. Head coach, Ethan Sevilla. Assistants, Joe Sevilla, Austin Lee, Jacob Hawkins. Thank you.
Marauders heading onto the field first, in which they'll gather themselves and take shape, as we have the Falcons also cheering, clapping it up. Out onto the field as we are all set and ready to play, in which that ball will immediately be into the midfield for the Marauders. Right back, going to pass this one up to the right strike, not connecting there. Left back able to actually stop that particular play. Jack able to pass it up to the midfield. That ball's going to get chipped up, and see if we can actually get a header down as they try to settle this one down. Abraham creating a little bit of defense of tenacity there as a pedestrian actually walks down, running to the concession stand, trying to get the last of the Jujubes. As Noah's going to contain this one a little bit. Clay's going to run this one down as well, as that ball does go out of bounds. Right back at it, as we do have a couple of men down. Nothing called on the play. Brian's going to take a number of touches here, looking downfield, trying to create something here. Passes it to the right strike. Tice trying to connect right back to Brian. That one's not going to go, and Abraham's going to try to do a quick little rollback and connect with his defensive mids. And up top, Jack's going to get a quick, nice little touch of that from the midfield, and Abraham's going to take one man down. He'll receive a quick little warning here. Right back, Clay gearing up for a free kick here. Nikolai reminding Clay that he did win the bet earlier, so he will be able to take this kick instead. He'll put a boot on this one down the field, trying to connect with Ehrman. Jack not getting the touch, keeping it in, as they'll immediately send this one downfield to the midfield. A little tricky on this particular field here, in which we do have the outside line, which is not the white one. It is actually the outside yellow line. So let's see if that causes any issues for the teams that are currently out there on the pitch, as this ball is immediately thrown down on the right side. Right striker getting a little bit of room here, closed down by Nikolai. He'll get a right inside foot touch on that one. Looking downfield, Brian's going to connect over to Jack. He'll get a quick little touch here and try to feed it over to the right mid. Brian connecting, looking back, sends it over to Nikolai. Nikolai back to Noah. Noah will take a touch, send that one up top, trying to connect with the midfield. As the defensive mids, they'll actually send this one right back. They'll reset, in which that was the right back to the center backs. 14 taking a quick look downfield, trying to make something happen as he will feed his midfielder. 14 again resetting, trying to change the field. A nice ball all the way to the other side, in which that's 14, Steven. Sending it up to the right striker. Nikolai's going to run this one down. Noah looks over to the left, and Clay also making sure that they have eyes on number 8, Abraham. 17, Tice in there, also taking a look. Brian not allowing anything easy, as Philip will get his first kick of the day, as he does connect down with Brian. Outside foot right back over to Brian. He'll take a look, plenty of time, able to try to connect. We got a long ball here. Tice running it down, see if he can get a foot on that one. He tries to cut it back in, tumbles down, but number 12 is able to pass it right back in. Let's see if that's going to connect with anyone, as that ball is broken up here. Looks like Tice on the right side, upper right strike. Looked like he tried to do a quick little move here, so it should be very interesting to see if he'll be able to squeeze in some of those moves from the past and make a play happen, as he looks over to the right, trying to take a look, as they are creating a little bit of pressure here. Falcons known for their defense, and their defense is definitely known to cause a number of turnovers. As you can see, the forwards are up high. Look at all the strikers and wings. Strikers and wings. You can see them all just kind of pressing high. Plenty of time still, as Tice is actually getting a little bit closer there. And a missed settle with the right back. And there you have it. Falcons with the ball. Brian will reset this one, send it back. Noah, he'll take a touch, pass it into Jack. Connects with Jack. Loose touch, but still able to handle it. Trying to utilize his body. Abraham wanted it a little bit more. Noah will come in with a quick little steal. Well, that'll stop the actual strikeage there, as he'll reset, get back in the box. Clay will run this one down. Let's see if they get a left foot on that one. 24 had a little bit of time there, just enough. That was Ehrman, number 24, one of the captains there, really trying to take advantage of the space that he had, as Philip will tell his troops to kind of move down, get into shape. He'll call Nikolai for the huge kick. Let's see what he can do with that inside of the right foot, and it's down to the 40-yard line on the football field. Jack taking a look upfield, able to get past one defender, as he will try to actually tie his shoelaces here. Let's see if they give him a little bit of time. As 17 will gear up for the kick here. Eli sending it in, and Eli, no, not Eli again, but Abraham really trying to get a touch. He's able to kick it up over. Clay's able to head that one. Abraham with the ball, tries to make a move here. Clay with the defensive help, gets a right foot on that one, sends it down, as Tice is going to run this one down. Tice able to get a foot on it, and also Lionel as well. Abraham taking a look, he'll feed the left strike. He'll have a little bit of pressure from Noah, number 20. And let's see what we got here, as there is a little bit of space there. Goalie makes an outstanding run out. Great play, great read by the goalie. Phillip able to run out and stop that shot attempt, as we do have a nice corner all the way into the box. Another goal kick here, sent down by the Falcons down to about the 43-yard line. And Jack's going to be able to try to connect with Tice on this one. That's going to be kicked right back. Clay says no, not today. Sends it right back, as the midfielders for the Falcons gearing up. But here we are. We have the Marauders off to the races, taking a look. 24 is able to get a little bit of space there. Clay closing in the gap, not allowing anything. There's a high cross, but no play action on that ball, as Nikolai gears up for yet another goal kick. He'll try to send this one down, beat his record of the 43-yard line. No, it looks like he's just under by just a yard there from the actual goal kick area. And here we are, left back, going to send this one down, connecting with the midfield. Ehrman over there at the left strike position, connecting with Rodrigo. And actually, that may be Lionel. Yes, that is Lionel, number 12, as they pass this one over. And a slight loose touch from the goal, but it looks like the Marauders are able to beat the press from the Falcons. But Brian, a.k.a. Superman, right back up on the play, all over on the field as Jack runs this one down. Abraham making a nice little touch. Jack tries to make a play on it. It looks like it looks like the ref is letting him play. It was all ball. Huge right foot sent down by the right back. Clay able to stop that ball. Abraham right back on it, trying to make something happen as they try to feed 24 again. Clay again making things a little bit difficult for them, as here we have a little bit of defensive workaruski here. Clay dribbling down, sends it down, trying to connect with Brian. Ball goes slightly forward, but it looks like the Marauders were all on top of that one. As that ball's quickly sent in, Noah's going to take a look, send it downfield, trying to connect, and he is able to connect with the midfield. Let's see if he can turn that corner, and he is, and there we go. Lionel over with the pass over to Brian. Brian's going to give it right back. Let's see, with the left foot. Not sure if that was a pass or a shot. Maybe Lionel did not get the right footage on the actual ball itself, but great give and go sequences there. That's one thing the Falcons are definitely known for, is their ball movement and passing the ball within each other, within close areas. As they close this down, Tice coming in with some heavy pressure, almost got a foot on that ball. So that's one of the things, as Tice's speed continues to actually increment throughout the season here in game number 2. And one of the previous clubs, we're able to witness some of Tice's speed. So we are going to be looking for that as Noah and Jack will connect. Calais in receiving that ball gets into the midfield here as 16 tries to make a play on that one. I believe that is 16. Let's see if we can get a zoom in on the number there. Yeah, that is 16. Looking for the throw-in. A little bit of confusion there as he was going to throw it in off of the chest of Jack, previously known as the Jack attack, as Noah's going to let this ball go out. Looking downfield, Nikolai gets into position, Clay backs up, huge throw in down the line off of Tice's chest. That ball's going to go out of bounds as the Marauders for the quick throw in off of the head of 16. Inside left foot over to Abraham, not able to connect. Brian's going to take a look at that one. Plenty of time here as he passes it over to Tice. Tice tries to get, his body was going right, but his left foot tried to get out there to get that pass, to at least receive it from Brian. As Abraham right back with the ball, trying to make a play on Clay. Clay on top of it. Abraham able to get by him. A little bit of pass here, goes down. Not sure what the call is there. Looks like they may have called it a foul. Looks like Clay did go over to help Abraham up. Nevertheless, foul called, and we do have a quick kick here. 27 minutes, 25 seconds left on the clock. We do have a long ball here, headed over. That ball's going to get sent out, down to Tice. 14 going to run that one down. Clay's going to hit that one out from the back. 16 takes a look. Slide from Abraham, trying to make something happen for the Marauders early in the game. Clay going to pass this one into Brian. Brian's he's not too happy with that pass. Usually his passes are usually at the 80% mark of connecting here. So let's take a look, as there's plenty of time to get that percentage up in the passing area here, as there's a little bit of room here. Noah's going to close this one down. We do have a cross, though, able to get that foot there. That's one thing with the turf, kind of hard to get the traction, but also hard to plant, because you really got to be careful in regards to playing on turf fields. Your feet, your cleat cannot get the actual grip that you would want. It's one of the reasons why Messi itself did not play recently at one of the stadiums. I believe it may have been, I want to say it was in Atlanta, it's possible, but there was a stadium he did not want to actually play in due to the stadium not having a grass field, the actual original grass, not the artificial turf. Injury prone thing, so knocking on wood all over the place here that no one gets injured on the turf field due to a lack of grippage. As Brian tries to connect over to Ehrman, and Ehrman over to the right strike. He's going to connect with Tice. Tice is going to take a touch. He's going to send that one into the goal box here as the center back is able to head that one out. Outstanding play with Tice, able to run that one down and get a right foot on that one. As we gear up for a Dunedin Falcons corner kick, brought to you by 7th Period Math. For whoever has 7th period math. Nevertheless, that ball is out of bounds. Falcons gearing up for a huge throw-in. See what the play is here. It looks like actually the call itself, I believe it's possible he may not have been on the actual line. Abraham off of the chest twice, really trying to get that ball as Noah's going to send this one out to about the 47-yard line, stopping the play from Abraham, really trying to work down the field and set something up. 24 trying to connect over with the center strike. He is back over to Abraham. Abraham making a play. Clay taking a quick look, he'll send this one out to Nikolai. Nikolai looks downfield as Tice makes a run. He's looking back at him. Tice pointing to Jack, and Nikolai does connect to Jack. Jack sends it right back down to the field. So great communication here. Almost a hockey assist on the actual communication task there from Tice to Jack, in which they have previously played together. Actually, a number of players on this team for the Falcons have played with each other. One being the right striker, Tice, and also Brian, a.k.a. Superman, right there with a 1v2 trying to work some magic here. Jack and Tice and Brian and Noah as well all played together with one of the previous clubs. So let's see if that actually assists with any of, actually let's see if that increases any of the actual chemistry for tonight's game and throughout the season. As the Marauders starting from the back here, left back trying to get a settle on that one. 16 in with the slide tackle there, getting a touch on that. 14 gearing up to send this one right back in, as 14, that's Stefan, will connect with 21, in which that is Tyler, sending it over to the striker, to the mid strike. And that ball really trying to connect right back with it. Nikolai's going to run this one down, keeps the containment and hides his hands, trying to get a play on that one. And Jack in there. Noah's also going to get a foot on that one. 22 trying to get a nice little hands on the touch or touch on the actual ball itself. And that ball's blocked left and right. A series of blocks for the Falcons itself. And that's one thing that these Falcons are known for, is their defensive tenacity, in which every shot there was contested. Nothing was easy. And here you have Brian and Jack really fighting for that ball. Small little touches here trying to connect. But the Marauders are still out in the open trying to make something happen. A slight feint. Brian able to break the actual defensive pressure there as he feinted to the left and then turned on the actual speed rockets there. 24 trying to make a play. Clay still containing. Brian over there to Noah. He'll have plenty of time to settle that one and send it down, connecting with Lionel. Not able to connect. Lionel misses it slightly, about a half a foot, but he will continue to press and not allow, as Tice will also close in that gap and trying to contain here, really trying to make it difficult for the Marauders to set something up from the behind. But the Marauders still handling the pressure, as watch out, we have someone that's running down that ball. It looks like they may want it a little more than Nikolai there, but still able to use his long strides in order to actually cancel out the distance there. So yet again, as looks like we are gearing up. Nope, a couple of substitutions here. Thought it might be time for a water break, but here we will have that's Jacques coming in which he'll be out in the striker position. So he'll act as one of the wingers with 20 minutes and 54 seconds left on the clock. Marauders in for the throw-in, slightly into the box and need over to Phillip, in which he'll grab this one, staring down number 24 as he is right behind Phillip's back. Got to watch out for sneaky ones. You never know exactly what may happen if you try to roll it out and they intercept that, as Jacques gonna get his first touch. And Brian's going to come in hard with the slide tackle. As that player is down, touch was on the ball, making a play. Brian coming in hot and heavy again. He really definitely wants that ball, and you can kind of see it as Clay and Noah will communicate this one here, as Phillip will grab this one here. He'll look downfield, looking to the left. A little bit of bouncing of the ball here, in which he will Start from the back all the way to the left back. Dribbles it up. Nice little pass out, connecting over to Brian. Brian will take a look, send this one over to his right back, connecting with Clay. Looking downfield, sends a long one here. Able to connect with Jacques, number 8. Touches it over to Ehrman. And I think that is Ehrman. And then Brian over to Ty. No, that's not Tice. That is Rodrigo in, making his appearance back over to Lionel. A lot of chemistry with these two players here. And here we are into the middle off of Jacques' stomach. That may have been a one-touch possibility, but he was definitely looking for to actually get a good settle, in which I believe he was trying to actually put some laces on that one as Clay tries to apply a little bit of pressure here. That ball's going to get sent down here. Phillips going to come out the box, send this one out into the stands possibly. Great read by the goalkeeper, noticing that his defenders were not necessarily in the right area. And sometimes as the 24 captain tries to kick that ball rainbow style over Clay, not giving up, Clay able to slide tackle and get the touch to stop the threat. No crosses needed. As we gear up for a corner kick, brought to you by Third Period English. Oh, a header down into the box, a little bit wide. Very close indeed. As we gear up for a goal kick, left back checking in, letting them know that he is available, sending this down, going to try to connect with the midfield. Short kick in Marauder's favor. And here we are trying to connect with Lionel on the sideline here. Noah's going to head that one down into the midfield. A couple of fans yelling out the nice header from Noah, sending it to the midfield here. And Brian's going to get a quick touch here. Connects over to Rodrigo. Rodrigo's going to take a look. Two looks downfield. Sends it down. Trying to connect with Lionel as that ball's going to go out of bounds. Let's see who. Here it is. Oh, it is going to be Falcons. Rodrigo over to Jack. Actually, I believe that was Brian Hernandez, that is, as he is in now, number 27, also in the midfield. As Rodrigo will gear up for the throw-in right on the yellow line, so the yellow line not affecting him at all. Center back Noah letting his teammates know that they need to drop back as the Marauders are bringing this ball in hot and heavy down the sideline. Superman is able to get a left foot out on that ball as he runs over trying to stop the right back from sending this down over to the right striker, as that ball is going to go out of bounds, in which great way to recover from the Falcons defensively. That's one thing that allows the actual Falcons to be pretty successful defensively, is their midfielders are very active in regards to actually playing the full length of the actual field. Now we will see how that if they can continue with that same energy, but it's definitely, being that this is now almost the first half done with the season, almost with the first half of this particular game here, as Noah will try to just a nick off of the front of his forehead, but still able to get that one out, as Jacques is going to send this one down and make his run as Brian tries to send this one down, and hard to see if that was Jack or Jacques who was making the run on the sideline. Let me take a look here, because that run, here you have it. Looks like that is number 8, Jacques. A little bit of pressure on his back, heads it over to Brian, and as Brian takes a quick look behind him, but Jacques makes the run on the sideline. This is in slow motion. That's one of the things that he's known for. And there you can see, letting out the frustration of not receiving that ball there, as it was bobbled. They were not able to connect with that, but that should be very interesting to see. Again, as that was replaying there. Great to see people doing things when the ball is not around. What plays are you making to give your team options? As Nikolai is going to pass this ball high over to Rodrigo, gets to settle 2v1, but that ball's going to be intercepted there, as Five's going to send this one down. Phillips going to read this one and able to get that. as he gears up, takes a nice little dribble or two, and gearing up for the left foot downfield. A little bit short on that, slightly in front of the 40-yard line, as Rodrigo's going to try to make a play on this one. They'll turn this one over, feed this over to the left back, and right down the line. And yes, there is some time there, and that ball is still going to be sent over. Let's take a look and see if we can break down the defensive breakdown here for extra redundancy. 5 looking over at his captain, number 24, center strike position here. Noah's coming in trying to get a little bit of containment here, but with the turf possibly overplays here, goes for the left shoulder check. But number 5, low center of gravity, able to turn that corner and get around him. Now right here, as we freeze frame, we have a player. We do have Nikolai, which is going to be to the right of the goalkeeper, which really now at this particular time needs to actually step in front of 24 to stop that passing lane, and of course the player to immediately to the left of Philip, the goalkeeper, has to stop in because there's no shot attempt from number 5, but you do have to get that foot out there to stop that ball from being passed in, because that's the only play for that actual ball. So if you get Nikolai to step in front of number 24 to stop to play the man, and then you also get the other player that was in front of or to the left of Nikolai in this particular frame here, you'll then be able to stop that pass back into the box. But again, this is how we do learn from, defensive breakdowns and strategies. We do know that as sneaking into the private facility of the Falcons practices, that they have been doing a number of different defensive strategies in 2v1s, 3v2s, and 1v2s, and all of that other good stuff. So, but here we are. Marauders up 1-0 as they play this one out from the back. Left back taking a look. He'll send this one into the midfield, able to connect, and there, right over to number 5. Abraham's going to send this one down. 24, he just scored. He sends it right back over, but Noah's going to block that one, not allowing anything to actually materialize, as they will regain their shape and talk about a number of things here, because I'm pretty sure after that previous goal that they did have a mini meeting, heading back over to the middle of the field where they can discuss the different types of things. That's one thing that you'll notice these Falcons do. Yes, they might get upset with each other once in a while, but that's soccer, right? But the communication between some of the seniors and juniors and freshmen and sophomore, and the way that they learn from their mistakes is definitely crucial in the success of the Dunedin Falcons program. Nevertheless, Marauders here trying to make something happen and trying to extend their lead here. Falcons actually tightening up on the defensive side, as you can see them bundling up and communicating left and right, looking over their shoulders. Noah's going to get a left foot on this one, and I believe that may have been Rodrigo sending that one down. So two Falcons stepping up, as Noah looks over his right shoulder, checking in to see if there's anyone behind them. And also looking upfield, taking a look to see where Lionel is at in regards to their players. Falcons not letting anything into the box. Brian takes a look at it. Jacques going to make his run. Jack's going to try to spin. He's able to actually send this one down, but it was bobbled. As you can see, the Falcons really trying to get that ball back, as that ball will gear up for a quick throw-in from the Marauders. Taking a look down the sideline, that ball's going to be stopped. We'll send it right back. That one's deep into the box here, as Phillips going to grab this one. Running downfield, and he's setting up the offense and ready to go. Here we are. Falcons in the midline at the 30-yard line, football style, connecting over to the left mid, sending it down. Jacques going to make his run, as they call an offside. Let's take a look at that one. Now here, we'll freeze frame. Taking a look, Brian sends a wonderful ball up top. Ball is literally frozen in time on the 50-yard line. Jacques is over there at the 41-yard line, clearly in front of the last defender there, in which there needs to be, if you count the last defender and the goalie, that's 2 people. So the defensive backs here are raising their hands, but this is one of those situations where the referee was really not on top of that one. It's possible we may need to send this particular video here up the chain, send it to the committee, and see if we can get a possible, I'm not sure, maybe a cheesecake or a pizza party, or maybe even a changing of the record and call it as a tie. But the ball was clearly in the right position, and mainly the player was also in the right position for that run. So good run, good pass. Let's get back here as we'll send this one down. Marauders, a high flying ball all the way down to about the 20-yard line, as that is going to get sent out of bounds. Ball sent in, and heavy defensive stoppage there as the Marauders will reset. Goalie out the box, getting a quick little settle. Pressure is on, able to actually beat the pressure. Possibly a loose settle from the right back. He'll take a look downfield, connecting with the mid that checks in. He'll try to send that one down, which he does, but the Falcons defense able to create the actual turnover. Brian will take a look over and try to reconnect with the other Brian here, as the Marauders will send this one all the way back and able to reset. Pressure still on. Marauders looking slightly nervous, but still handling the pressure with the passes, as the Falcons are actually really closing in and not allowing anything to be easy, keeping them behind that 50-yard line. Brian creating some pressure here. Jack tries to get that one. 5 sends it over. Now they'll reset this one, send it over all the way, and not able to connect with it. Gearing up for the quick throw in. Quick little pass back to number 9. 9 will give it back to Rodrigo. Rodrigo not able to make a move on the sideline, but 5, number 9 with the help. Rodrigo taking a look, sends it down line. See if he can connect with Lionel. Lionel's taking a look. He'll also connect back with Rodrigo. But Lionel was really looking for that pass back. But Rodrigo really not able to connect and make anything happen there, as he takes a look, quick little throw in, trying to connect with Brian. Nope, that is Lionel over there as well. Rodrigo trying to make a play and sending it over. No one's there. Jacques trying to make a play. He'll reset it, give it back to Jack. So that's Jacques to Jack. And now we'll get a roll back here and send it back. Let's see if they can get a quick little reset, as Nikolai will take a look, send it over to Noah. Quick little settle, looks downfield, left foot down, over connecting with Jacques. And he is able to connect, and Jacques going to send this one back to Jack, in which that ball is going to go out of bounds. So nice little ball movement there, but unfortunately not able to keep the play going, as the Marauders, as they have a couple of substitutions here. Clay comes back in with a well-needed rest. Marauders sending it right back to the center backs, as they'll send this one down, trying to connect with the left strike, which they do actually connect. Plenty of time here, chipping it up, and that ball's going to get out into the striking area. 24, right foot up, goes for the goal post. Possibly played football, field goal kicker, in which that will go right through the uprights. 7 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock. Philip over to Nikolai, and Nikolai will take a nice little touch, send this one over. Easy peasy, nothing cheesy. Brian will send this one, tries to send this one down, and gets a quick foot on that one. Nikolai creating the offense from the back. Great to see the Falcons passing the ball. Even in the pressure, they still seem very comfortable with their passing. That's one of the great things for the chemistry with a number of these players, as Brian tries to roll this one back. Back to Brian. That's going to be passed over up top. Looks like Falcons trying to create something. Lionel with the ball, trying to connect with Jacques. Jacques is able to find Lionel. Lionel's going to get taken down from behind, as Jacques creates the pass over to Lionel with some great give and go action here, as now the Falcons with yet another opportunity, in which we will see if this ball is able to make its way into the box. As the Falcons, we have a high flying one here, slightly to the left though. But great momentum on the ball as the pressure continues. Jacques making things difficult for the right back, and also with the center back creating a lot of pressure on the defensive back here. Ball sent up top. Let's see, what do we got? Jack's going to try to get on that ball. Falcons really trying to control the momentum here and keeping that ball on their 50-yard line and up, at least within their attacking third here. Let's take a look and see if we can get that ball passed over to the right, but they're kind of working things relatively close on the sideline here. A lot of Marauders over there, as there's a shot fired. Goalkeeper able to take that one down. Quick rollout to the left, send downfield, as there's a foot on that ball stopping the momentum. gearing up for the quick throw in, and they are told to back up as we may take a studio timeout here, see if we can get some refreshment. Quick throw in down the line. Noah's going to send this one down. Bounces off of the chest and off of the stomach as well as he sends this one down, trying to get it out of the area, and of course getting back over to the position as the Falcons will run this one down. Right striker slide tackle, able to get the ball, as it looks like they did call an actual foul there. Let's take a look here and see as they gear up for this kick. 3 minutes, 35 seconds lock on the clock, and that ball's going to be sent in. Phillip may have got a hand on that one. Nikolai able to connect down to the midfield as Clay tries to make a play on this ball. Headed over from Rodrigo over to Brian. Let's see if Brian can connect with Superman, aka the other Brian. He'll head this one over to the midfield. Brian still getting a touch on that, and that looks like Jacques going to try to make a play here. A little bit of dribbling magic here, trying to connect with 12. Leonel Jacques looking for a call here. Marauders gearing up for the kick here. Left back able to send that one out. Hernandez trying to kick this one, trying to connect with Jacques. Jacques going to get a loose touch off of the foot here. That ball's going to be chased down, passed over to the midfield, trying to connect right back with number 9. I think that's, no, that may actually be the Jack there. So Rodrigo trying to make a play on that. Marauders back on the defensive side, able to stop the attack of the Falcons. Here we are, loose settle here, 1v2 out of bounds. As Clay takes a look, trying to get a ball here, passes it immediately into Brian. Let's see if he's able to settle that in. No, he's not. Defensive mid's going to send that one down. Noah's going to get a foot on that one, shield it with his body, feed it right back over to Clay. Clay will pass it into the middle. Brian's going to take a look over to the left first, roll it back, try to feed Noah. Nope, he's going to actually feed that back over as Noah tried to get into position after getting in on the action there. Marauders at the 35-yard line going to send this one in, as you just cannot resist the actual football yardage over there as Noah sends this one out of bounds. Gearing up down the line, here we go, trying to get it down the line. Let's see what happens here. 9 with the number 20. Clay's going to get it inside of the left foot down and also send this one down to about the 48-yard line. Leonel trying to shield the body with his body, sending it over to Rodrigo. Rodrigo with it in and out there, trying to send it over to Jack, as he'll take a look to the left, but 15, that might be 15 or 16, able to actually get that ball a little under the clock. Let's see, close to about 2 minutes, as Brian quickly throws this ball in, trying to connect with Jacques, and I believe there's a quick shot there. And just like that, folks, we have ourselves the second half, with 39 minutes, 55 seconds left on the clock. Just like that, it is 1-2-0 in the second half as Torin is making his appearance here. Let's take a look and see what we got, as he will run this one downfield. Torin comes in with a lot of energy here, and we'll see if he can utilize his football skills with the football skills of soccer. Abraham trying to connect down off of the back of his colleague there, as Brian tries to connect with Ehrman. Not able to connect, and that ball sent over to the right side of the field here. Torn looking for the throw in. in at the left back position, connects with Brian. Brian over to the other Brian. He'll take a step back, feed it to the 50-yard line, right over back to Brian as he's looking inside, trying to connect with Ehrman, but nothing going there. Possible shot here. He's going to reset 2v1, still shielding his body, able to connect right back with Superman. See if we can send this one all the way back down to the 50-yard line. Marauders on the attack. Abraham trying to make a play as he'll head over to the far side of the field here, as Brian will take a look, try to do a rollback over to Clay. Clay running out. He'll make himself into position. Noah's going to get a nice settle. Take a look downfield, roll it back, and connect over with the right side of the field. Right side of the field, Jack's going to try to feed the actual strikers here, and that ball's going to get sent right back down. So great workage there as Noah and Jack connecting on the sideline, trying to connect as Clay went into position, trying to make a play offensively as well. Here we are. Brian tried to get a touch here, right over to Jack. Jack with a mid-sized touch. Really got to make a smaller touch on that to try to get a shot on that. Let's see if he can get that one back as Brian's going to send this one into the box. Ehrman trying to run it down. Nothing going there, but rolled back out to the right back, and Falcons on the pressure. 22 being forced to actually pass that back as Torrens going to create some pressure on the sideline there, but they'll feed this one back. Marauders will reset. 37 minutes on the clock, as the Falcons still continuing with the defensive pressure all the way up to the top, all the way to the mids, and of course the offense being ran through multiple players. It's not just 1, 2, or 3 plays or players that are receiving the ball. When it's time to make a play, these guys are in position and ready. They're averaging at least 4 to 5 passes, depending on position or depending on possession. It's 13. Rodrigo, he will send this one far into the box. Jack trying to make a play there. Brian really trying to push his way in. Is able to get a header there. Oh, he definitely would want that one back, as he stares over at his coach and gives him a hand signal saying, next one, coach, next one. He's looking over at his coach. His coach is looking back at him. Brian knows he got a good header on that one. He would really want that one back, but it's these types of options that are, making the Falcons very dangerous as that ball gets headed out of bounds here. As everyone on the Falcons, from the backs to the mids to the wings, everyone working together, trying to actually make something happen. They're able to get these shots off as the Marauders are up 1-0 here in the second half. Torn gearing up for the throw-in. Couple of pump fakes here. Brian with the back of his head connecting with the other Brian. Slight little push there as number 27 Brian turned around. Marauders on the sideline sending it down. Torren in with the kick. Brian with the containment. That ball's going to go out of bounds, as is the player. Nothing intentional there, but definitely looks a little rough on this side here, but it's really all about the momentum of the ball. Looks like the sideline ref is trying to make a play here, but it does look like the main referee, the center ref, is saying, hey, no foul, that's all momentum. And that's a good play. That's a good play. You want veteran refs in the center to be able to make the right call. Here we are, Brian off to the races here. Let's see if you can connect them back. Oh, no, you were supposed to give it back. Now we have a more difficult option. Let's take a look at that one. Kind of seemed like that was one of those give-and-go perfect possibilities there, but the Marauders were still kind of on that if you slightly rewind it there. Marauders sitting it down, 34 minutes on the clock, midline over here. It looks like the Falcons trying to take advantage here, but Marauders still able to turn it around at the midfield as Brian's going to intercept that one. Ricochet, that's Hernandez. Back, Hernandez with the ball. Clay getting into position here, sends it right back. Brian with a quick little feint, able to actually get out of the way of the defender with a nice little feint there with the body. Noah's going to get a quick little settle there, and does look like a quick handball as everyone was yelling it out. So Marauders will gear up for this kick. This ball placed on the 30-yard line. as there's a high one not entered into the box. You shall not pass. Brian not allowing that one. That was Hernandez, as that ball's going to get stopped in the midline here. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we can feeds Torin. Torin's going to get a little settle, looks over, lets it go for his player Rodrigo. Let's see if Rodrigo can pass it back. He is able to connect. Let's see what type of connection we got going here, as the Marauders are going to be on top of that ball here. Quick little throw in, 16 looking around, but it looks like we are going to have a couple of substitutions here, as 2 is going to be sent off. And 16 gearing up, looking around over to Abraham, but able to connect down the line, as he will send that one over to 10, which is Anthony, as Anthony gets out back into position, as he's going to run this one down. Noah's going to take a look, plenty of time here, and say, you know what, I believe the play is going to be a goal kick, so in our favor, so let's let that one just go out of bounds. Goal kick for the Falcons, in which center back number 20, Noah, will gear up. Torin's going to check in just in case it's a short shot. That ball's going to get sent out. First goal kick down to about the 35-yard line. Brian's going to head this one over. Erman's going to get an outside touch with the outside foot. A little bit of push magic here, utilizing the muscles. Still able to get the pass off over to Jack. Jack's going to make a little play here, as the containment of the Marauders is right there. A little stare down there and some words being exchanged, as Jack over the yellow line. That yellow line will sneak up on you. They got a number of different white lines, different thicknesses of white lines, and then of course you're hit with the yellow line, and then of course the track that also has a small little orangish type of line. It's more like an orangish yellow line as well. And that's part of the home court advantage, where the Marauders are well familiar with the lineage of, as here we have Brian and number 10 here bumping, showcasing the strength of the left and right muscles here, really getting tangled up. Let's see if the referees give them a nice little talking, as number 10, that's Anthony, and Brian really going at it there. You can, and that's just one of those things in one of the games where, the referee talks to them, from afar, but, other than that, sometimes you got to let them play. Sometimes you got to let these guys bump around, and, it's all fair competition, but at some level, I mean, the fans are definitely not going to like it, but the players are just like, come on, bring it on. Let's play. No one's getting hurt, and we're right back at it, because we have a playoff match here in the second half, in which Clay's going to try to make a play here, and it looks like we are motioning for a hand up, as Clay's going to throw this one in, settled off of the chest. Let's see if that ball, yes, that ball is out of bounds. Where's that ball going? Really hard to see where the outer line is on the other side of the field. But nevertheless, it does look like the Marauders are gearing up for their throw-in. Huge throw-in right in front of the 38-yard line. Noah's going to get a foot on this one. Marauders gearing up for a quick throw-in. Looking for a call here as well. But Falcons able to try to get back. That ball's going to be kicked over to the right. Gearing up for a goal kick. Looks like Brian's going to take this one here, as Torin, he'll get into position here, and there's going to be a huge one down to about the 48-yard line. Marauders all on top of that one. And here we got Clay running in, making a very quick play, sending it down. Marauders trying to connect right back with the left strike, and Abraham able to get a possible foot on that one, fighting through the actual passageway there, as Falcons gear up. They're reshaping themselves in the back. Midfielders getting back, definitely coming out to help out, but still shots fired top right, but also wide, as the Falcons will gear up for yet another goal kick. The goalies, Phillips, letting them know, hey, we're going to send this one down. Tries to pass it over to Torin, doesn't get the best of touch, but he is able to make sure it does get slightly out of bounds just in case. Noah gets tangled up here by Abraham. Brian going to take a look here. Jack with the ball, sending it down. There's a long flyer. Let's see if we can get in connection with this one. Goalie out the box, resting and making sure that nothing happens there. Quick roll out to the left back, trying to connect with the midfield. Gets a loose settle there, which is going to be a turnover. 10 able to actually get this ball and kind of take a look. He'll send it right back to the left back, sends it up to the mid, not able, but it does go back over to the coach. Clay looking downfield saying, hey, let's go, let's get this ball in. Able to send it over. Brian not able to settle it, but the other Brian is able to get it, but 10 is also able to try to make something happen of it, as him, Brian, and Anthony both going at it throughout this, within the last 5 or 10 minutes here. Torrin running this one down, comes in hot and heavy, slides on the back, but gets right back into the action as Brian Hernandez also tries to get into the mix. Superfly kick with Brian Hernandez. Noah trying to do a little bit of containment, gets a foot on that one, stops the actual initial attack here, as he'll have to get back and try to get the settle there. Midfielders right back in action, and Clay will send this ball out of bounds as they gear up for a corner kick. So great to see all of the defensive backs get in to stop the initial Noah stopping the initial threat there, and of course Jack getting in there assisting as well. But it's very interesting to see the the level of consistency when it comes to the actual defense of the midfielders and the strikers and the backs all getting back on defense, making sure that it's not just a 4v8 or 4v10 or anything like that, because it's not just the defenders and the goalkeepers that have to stop these things, it's everyone. So here we are right back. How much time is left on the clock? I'm gonna make a guess and say it's somewhere around maybe 30 minutes, give or take. Let's see if as Jack tries to get a settle on this one, tries to turn. Marauders using their body magic here. Falcons with the ball, chip shot pass, and 25 minutes was the actual timeage here. So 25 minutes left on the clock, and we are gearing up as that ball goal kick quickly over to the center back, connecting with the left back. Takes a look downfield as the Marauders been slightly successful here with moving the ball out of the back very smoothly by the Marauders, playing it back there from left back to the mids as Falcons try to retain possession of this one here. Both teams not giving up on the play, and look at that, there we go, a little bit of foot magic here, but what does he got? He needs to pass the ball, which he is overdoing it. It's an unnecessary amount of dribbling when you have players all over the place. As the Falcons will gear up for a few more substitutions here. Coach Ian making sure that the substitutions are being worked in. Trying to give his guys some fresh legs as they are battling it out here. Marauders trying to hold on to their lead of 1-0 as Noah is going to be running this one down, trying to connect with number 24 as he's able to actually get the defensive containment here. See if we can take a look here. It's always fun to see when the players can actually kick it into another gear. As 24, known for his speed and strength, all will also have to deal with Noah number 20 running this down and really turning it up yet another gear that Noah was able to shift into, in which he does have at least 8 gears, give or take, as he is also known as the locomotive / the deliverer of mail. So great containment there, able to actually get that ball out for his team for the goal kick. And here we are in which Nikolai will now get yet another goal kick. Let's see if he can send it down. Falcons down 1-0, trying to make something happen off of the chest of Clay. He'll take a look downfield, slight bumpage there. Still able to connect. Let's see if they can get it right up to the midfield. Brian's going to reset, send this one back. Clay's going to send this one down. Connecting with Jack. See if Jack can send this one over to Brian. Brian will send this one in. Oh, a key header. If that ball is not headed over there, that ball may have been delivered directly into the box there. A huge header. Great pass by Brian, trying to connect with the right striker, but also a great header. Defensive stop by the defensive mid there. As that ball sent in. As Falcons again gear up with 21 seconds left on the clock. Oh, there's a nice kick there, and the goalkeeper all on top of that one. Great to see some additional shots fired on the goalkeeper here. Here we do still have Marauders up 1-0 with 21 seconds, 40 seconds. We have a high flyer. That ball's going to go down to about the 44-yard line. Marauders able to get the ball. Abraham with a quick pass back over to 10. That's going to be Anthony receiving some pressure from both Bryans. As Anthony goes down, Brian tries to send it up. We have a possibility here. Send that ball back. It was too late. Too late. That was the pass as Urban's able to get his left foot on that one. It looked like there was a possible connection with Jack. I believe he may have been open for the left foot pass there, and that would have then connected. But nevertheless here, ball being played in from the back. Plenty of time here, not a lot of, or plenty of time to actually make the pass. As that ball, it's a high flyer, still in bounds. As that ball is going to be caught, it bounces still in bounds. Those trickery lines there, the yellows, the thick whites, and then of course the semi-thick out of bounds line on the football field definitely can, play a number on you. But here we are as the Marauders will gear up for a kick. Looks like they'll be heading right into the box when Abraham sneaking over saying, hey, look, just pass it right over to me, as that ball is going to be grabbed up out of the hands of Phillip. Brian's going to come in with the pressure, not allowing Abraham to actually get a foot on that one. Yet again, Brian connecting with the left foot. Jack's going to try to get in on the magic here as Rodrigo sends this over to Erman. Erman will take a quick look downfield, trying to connect downfield through. Let's see if he can run it down, as 20 is going to kick that ball out of bounds, as Lionel will actually gear up for a throw-in, as that ball is going to be bounced off of Jack, and looks like Clay getting bumped. Clay trying to cut the corner and make a play here with 19 seconds left on the clock, trying to utilize his speed to turn that corner, as disagreement on the field, and Coach Ian Hall will receive his first yellow of the season. He is not happy with the call, but the referee walking right up to him, making it known that this yellow card is for you, and there will not be any talking of any to the referee. But all jokes aside, not sure of the actual call there, but here we are, ball in the box, headed down, left foot by Jack. Able to get an attempt off slightly high, but still good to see the actual attempt. 18 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock. Goal kick. Starting from the back, center backs will receive it. Plenty of time as they gear up. Pressure coming in, sends it out over down to about the 40. Brian's going to get this ball. He'll do a slight L turn here, a little bumpage as he backpedals and gears up. Erman will adjust his sleeves, looking around, taking a look at both players at the same time and also behind him. Here we got Brian and Erman trying to make a play here. That ball's going to get chipped into the midfield. 24 going to try to make a play as he sends it down. Clay with the containment. Clay will take the angle now, as he will be able to get back utilizing his speed to actually correct the angle and stop the actual possible cross here, as that ball is going to be headed out, but headed back in, but headed back out by Erman. That would be Erman for the Falcons, not Erman for the Marauders. As that ball, left foot sent into the box here. Phillip's going to make a quick play on that one. Great pass by the Marauders, able to get that ball in, as that ball is going to be sent in, and we got a handball. I'm not sure if the refs actually called it or seen it or called it, which they did. Time is of the essence here, so we will need to get the ball in play. Falcons feeling the pressure here as Noah will gear up. Quick little stretch and change fitting of the shin guards. Sends it down. Right foot sends down. Marauders able to get a foot on that one, trying to settle it. Noah will run this one down. tries to go for a give and go with Clay, but the ball does get chipped up, possibly kicked up by the Marauders, stopping the play. Clay sends it in out to the right back, actually the right mid here. Let's see what we got going here. It looks like it's still going to be the Falcons' ball. Clay grabbing the ball real quick, looks over to the midfield, connects it quickly to Brian Hernandez as he'll try to take a settle. There's two guys there. Brian got to send that one right back or over to the midfield. Ball sent in, Marauders with the ball, and we do have a quick little steal here. Let's see if we can get a left foot on this one, but the Marauders with the defense, a lot of bumping there as the referees all on that one. That was 20. Carter creating a lot of good defensive containment there with Carter, but I think it was just one too many bumps that the referee was not going to tolerate here with 15 minutes, 36 seconds left on the clock. Rodrigo with the right foot sends it quite wide to the right, and that ball will be karate chopped back to the 40, about the 30-yard line. Brian tries to make a play on this one, but it looks like Abraham there utilizing his body and lower center of gravity to really get the better angle, as there's a misconnect there from Rodrigo to Clay. A little too much on the pass there, Rodrigo, as Clay tries to settle this off of the left shoulder. And that's 24. Clay's going to get on this one. Noah's going to try to get in there to assist. And Nikolai's going to run Abraham all the way out. And it looks like Marauders still with the advantage there, but it looks like Brian is actually going to come in with a great slide tackle to get the actual stoppage here, as the Marauders still with something left in the tank as they gear up for a kick into the box here. Falcons all over the place trying to play someone, and Brian's able to get a foot on that one, connects over to Jack, tries to, pass is not on target. 20 still with the ball, left foot over to the middle of the field, switches the field, and looks like Rodrigo's going to run this one down. Left striker's really going to try to fight his way through, and Nikolai coming over with the defensive assistance here, making a nice stop in the box. Corner kick for the Marauders. We got a high, beautiful ball sent in. Nikolai's going to get on that one, and Nikolai again heading it over to the defense, to the midfield there, as Brian and Lionel try to make a play here. Jack is also running down as well. Marauders defenders all on it, able to actually send it right back, but Falcons trying to take advantage. Abraham with players to his right and his left. Nikolai in with the containment on number 23 as that ball gets switched over to the left. Clay's going to have to immediately get out there, but it's a high ball over the post, actually both posts there, as we gear up, send this one down to the midfield. Marauders again with the ball, really not allowing the Falcons to actually set anything up, as they are not letting up off of the gas here, as the Marauders are continuing to keep the momentum, with both teams coming in with a record of 0 wins and 1 loss. One of these teams will be going home with a victory and one without. Here we are, not happy with the rippage there, possible rippage of the jersey. But the play is still going on as 23 sends this, switches the ball over. Clay trying to work his way through. Noah will take up number 5. Clay with the great steal, passes it over to Brian, trying to connect with some offense here. Marauders able to get a chipped ball. Brian trying to get into position as that ball's headed into the center. Midfielders, actually center back. Nikolai is going to try to make a play there. I don't think that's Nikolai, actually. I think that's someone else. We'll have to take a look, see who's in the comments there. But 16 with the ball, and looks like the referee is just going to wait for a couple of substitutions, as 16 looks to the left, tries to connect over Brian to the right, as that ball is going to be sent out of bounds. So it looks like Nikolai is over at the left back position. Cannot tell who is now over at the center back position, to the right, to the left of Noah, number 20. Clay is over at the right back position with Brian, Jack, and Lionel, and at the mids, at least for now. As Philip tries to direct them as to where they should be. Let's take a look here as he's going from post to post to see where Abraham's going to try to actually send this one in with the left foot. It's a high one, slightly over the post there. as this ball gets sent down. Great containment here as that ball is going to get sent out of bounds. 16 showcasing his dribbling ability. 4 dribbles, all the 5, 6. 6 dribbles all the way to the throw-in. Noah with a little bit of containment there. Phillip able to grab that one. As time is now of the essence, ball quickly thrown out to the right. Connecting with the midfields. Able to beat a defender. A lot of Marauders over there. Falcons trying to regain their shape there offensively and trying to actually figure out what they're going to do offensively. Defense is definitely working hard here, getting a number of different stops. Falcons getting a few shots, but really needing one to get one into the back of the net. Marauder still working. Possible opportunity here as that ball gets sent back. Brian's going to reset, send it all the way to the back. Back over to the midfield. Brian trying to connect, trying to get closer as Noah will take a look downfield. Connect over to the right with Clay. Clay into the middle. Great ball movement here. Center back able to still retain possession here. 2 players got it. Got to call it out. Brian will take his time here. Try to make a play there. Looked like Brian was trying to get a touch on that, but also trying to see which particular strikers were going to be open. Falcons still moving the ball. Great possession here now. Clay with the ball. He'll feed it up to Ehrman. Ehrman will take a look, receiving some pressure. Falcons really knocking it out the park when it comes to these passes here. Marauders, defensive back, still staying on top of it and able to head things out as they continue to try to stop the Falcons from equalizing this game here, as Nikolai is going to send this ball up top, headed right back past the 50-yard line. Marauders defensive backs really all over the ball, trying not to allow that ball to get into the attacking third there. Left back bringing it up, connecting with Brian. Brian's going to take a look. He's got a little bit of time here. See if we can get across. Oh, they stopped the passing lane as Brian goes down. Looks like he landed awkwardly there, and we do have number 16 as well. That's Ben. That looks to received a cramp.
Is number 4 playing or not?
Corner not landing there. 6 minutes, 38 seconds left on the clock. Another corner they're gearing up for. That's a high one out of the goal. Goalie not able to get anything on that one. High bounce out of bounds. Gearing up for the throw in. Clay connects with Brian. Brian, possible opportunity here. Left foot kick. Goalkeeper able to stop that one. Heading towards the right post. 6 minutes left on the clock. Goalkeeper advising his troops to move up as they gear up for this kick. And we do have a nice kick down to the midfield. Falcons again trying to make something happen as that ball gets 360'd here. Trying to switch the field. Tyson creating a little bit of pressure there in the midfield. 14 taking a look, trying to send this one all the way down. Clay's going to make a play on that one as that gets kneed out. Noah will come in with the containment and send that one out of bounds. Clay coming in, making yet another good read on the ball. Marauders gearing up for the throw-in. Nikolai trying to work a little bit of containment here. Players not happy as he'll gear up for the goal kick, sending this one down. Falcons in need of a goal here as Jack will head this one. Marauders will try to get that ball settled out of the air. Ehrman over to the right as Jack's going to try to make a play here, sending it up, connecting with the right strike. Right strike will send this one down. Connecting with Ehrman, who sends this one down to the right strike. Actually, that's the mid there. Let's see if they can reset, get something going again. Instructions yelled off from the side. Coach Ian trying to advise his troop as to what they need. Marauders defense really working, trying to tighten up on that defense and not allowing anything easy for the Falcons. A lot of sliding left and right here as both teams trying to regain possession of that ball. Marauders gearing up for a quick little throw-in. Every second off of the clock is critical. Huge throw-in down the line. Noah will get a left foot on this one, trying to send it down to his strikers. Tice running in, trying to make a play on this one. As Clay will keep this ball here. Noah trying to head this one out. Clay off of the chest. Rodrigo, see if he can send this one. Tice is making a run. As that ball gets back over to the midfield here. Ehrman sending that ball up to Lionel. Or actually not Lionel. I think that might be Gabriel in there, as we do have a run here. Marauders into the box here. Not able to connect. Trying to extend their lead. Clay gearing up for the throw-in. See if we can get that ball switched over, which they do. Brian with the ball, passes it back. Clay able to get that ball and pass it up to get that ball back into a possible option here. Jack with the ball, rolling it out. It's got three people over there. Passes it back out, but the ball is still in bounds. As they gear up, 1 minute 24 seconds left on the clock here. As they kick this one out over to the left back, midfield's checking in. They'll send this one down. Every possession key. Every dribble, every settle. As that ball gets sent down, Clay's going to head this one. Ball still able to make its way over, as Clay will stop this one, send it out of bounds. As the Marauders will gear up as that time is dwindling. A number of opportunities for both teams here, but also great defense showcased by both of the teams as well. With about a minute left now on the clock. Possible last opportunity for the Falcons. Sending this one down. Midfielders on top of that one. Slide tackle. Not able to stop the Falcons. But the Marauders not giving up on defense in all of the various positions there. Allowing them to be able to take advantage of this. Sometimes when you are showcasing a lot of eagerness to get the ball, the momentum in your favor, and that's what's happening right now. Two equally matched teams here. With again, it's always a chess match. With different players coming in. Noah trying to make a quick little run as he gives up, misses that footing there, but tries to make a play. Coach Ian gearing all of his troops, giving them the instructions from the sideline. As that ball is chased out of bounds. No additional time there, and there you have it with the Marauders extending for their first win of the season, now 1-1, and the Falcons now with a record of 0-2, but a number of pros that outweigh the cons, in which with these 2 games now, their defensive backs and midfielders and goalkeepers only giving up 1 goal. A number of different shots. It did look like their shot attempts actually increased. That is for the Falcons. Their number of shot attempts increased for this game as opposed to the first game here. So it's kind of like, well, where do you go from here? Well, you continue to do exactly what you've been doing, and that's one of the successful traits for the Falcons is definitely their ball movement and the chemistry that they have early on in the season. With 12 games left, it'll be very interesting to see if, on average, if the defense is now, the breakdowns that you would see, you really cannot argue those cases. You can just really say, you know what, in the first game we had a defense. I believe there was a minor breakdown. And of course, did they learn from any of that, right? And then, of course, for the second game as well, you got to look, you got to freeze frame, you got to look and rewind the tape, rewind your digital device as you're watching this game on the bus, and you say to yourself, all right, well, where can I be? Where do I have to position myself? Where are the actual plays? There's so much to the game of soccer now where, it's definitely not checkers. It's definitely a game of chess, from the coaching staff to the medical staff, all the way down to every player on the team. And for the players that are not necessarily on the field as of yet, you have to say to yourself, well, what can I do? I need to talk to my coach. What can I do? How can I position myself better to get onto the pitch? You've seen the last 2 games in which the energy level is high intensity. The running needs to be consistent. You have to make plays off of the ball, away from the ball. You have to play defense and offense, because everyone, if you notice, if you take a look at the previous 2 games, the ball movement that the Falcons have, all these different plays in each possession is critical. It's critical. But I can tell you this, with more pros outweighing the cons, in which there were, yes, very little cons, I fear for the next opponent, in which the Falcons have 3 next week. So congratulations, Falcons. This is what we would call a good loss. Yes, you did not receive the win, but congratulations to the Marauders, who showcased some very good offense and defense, and both teams showcasing the sportsmanship as well. So other than that, Puppet Sports Network is out. Enjoy. Have yourself a good night or a good evening or a good day. Talk with you later. And subscribe so you know when the actual games are coming out.